$60 on Craigslist, used from a little young lady, and I wanted the Sony One Shot, which is a I don't know if it's a better lens. I have no. I'm not enough of a connoisseur, but I wanted something small and easy I could put in my pocket. I had a really nice camera for my landscapes and everything, and it just I didn't use it enough because it was complicated. It was big, clunky. This I can toss it in my pocket. So and it takes these videos, which is wonderful. And you look actually kind of great right now in this frame. Handsome after all these years. How old are you now? 78, you said?
September the 9th, my brother Casper and me going to be 80.
Eight? No way.
September 9th.
Oh my
I
God.
just got a phone call this morning from Winnipeg. My sister phoned me, and our good friend Joe Wondwich, he's 80. He's 1 year than us. Passed away. We known him since I was a kid because my father knew his father in Poland. And when they came to Winnipeg, somehow they met in Winnipeg,
Uh huh.
and, that's how they knew the boys.
Uh
They're
huh.
twins too. He was the last of the twin.
He's still up in Winnipeg, or he was still up in
Yeah,
Winnipeg?
he lived in Winnipeg. And now his twin brother Bert, passed away a long time ago. But Carl was the first one who passed away.
So you were two twins, you and your brother, and him and his
Well,
brother?
that was the friend of us, the
Oh,
friend of my family.
I see. But he was a twin,
Yeah,
and you were a twin.
yeah, I'm a twin.
I keep forgetting you're a twin.
Anyway, but there was four children in Wanwich's family, one girl, three boys. And funny thing, I just found out from my sister today that the four kids, siblings, died of cancer. Carl was the youngest one of the boys. In fact, he was the youngest of the whole family. I think Jenny was the oldest one, the girl. But anyway, I found out today from my sister, that they all died from cancer. But Joe's the longest one to live. That he had cancer.
So is this? But I mean, at that cancer is usually. I had I knew an old
Well,
lady.
he's 80, so
Well,
I
I knew
guess
a lady who was a smoker. She was 98. I said, oh, you should quit smoking. Me, as I'm smoking a cigarette. But she said, oh, no, no, no. Cancer's a young person's disease. If you don't have it by the time you're 60, 70, probably you have a much less chance of getting it.
what's this cancer? What
Cancer. She
you
said,
talk to Salt. Talk a little louder
you
because
know, you're the only person who tells me that. That's one of the reasons I love hanging out with you. Because most people say, you talk too loud. You talk too fast. Well, no, what I said was I had this client when I was a manicurist, and she was 98. She was like you, extremely well preserved. You actually look a little bit older this year. You usually don't. But she told me, I said, she was smoking a cigarette out back of the salon with me. And she said, I said, I don't, what about cancer? She said, and besides, the fact that she's 98 and, after a certain point, all your friends are dead, you're like finished, right? You don't really, what's the point? But she said, what she said to me that was related to this is cancer is a young person's disease. It's not like if you don't have cancer by the time you're 80, you probably won't get it. You probably get something else, right?
that's wrong.
Really? I'm curious to know about the facts.
Cancer can hit any age,
Yeah.
any time.
But it's more likely, she said, in her 50s and 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Well, that's not young. That's middle age.
Well, when you're 98.
When
When you're
anybody
98, come on, Frank. That's
well
30 years ago for you.
yeah, but when she said young, I'm thinking about 2, 4, 5, 6.
No, that's not what she meant. She meant people in their 40s and 50s and 60s.
All
Young people, like,
because my brother Charlie,
yeah.
he died from smoking
What did he get, emphysema or cancer?
cancer. I told him I was 13. I told my sister today. I said, I think it was about either 13 or 14 years of age when my brother Charlie came back from the Second World War. I saw him smoking. He would come go off his bed. First thing he does, he'll even before he gets dressed, has to have a cigarette. And before he goes to bed, he's gonna have that one
Oh, I gotta have that last one in the
last
evening.
cigarette.
I don't have to
And
have
I
that first
feel-
thing in the morning, but last thing at night.
And
Oh,
I said to myself, well, I don't follow my brother the whole day to find out how many cigarettes he smokes in a day. I don't count that. I just seen what he did. And one day I told him, hey, Chuck, I told him, you better stop your smoking. Now, I was 13, 14. And I told him, stop that smoking, or someday it's going to affect you when you get old. Sure enough, when he was 65 years of age, what happened? Well, he passed away at around 65. But what happened? He had a brain tumor, and they operated on him. It was successful. And the doctor one day says to Chuck, I said, you know what, Chuck, I'd like to take an X-ray of your lungs. Oh, Chuck.
they operated on his brain
I want to take an X-ray of your chest.
after or before the brain was
After the brain. The brain's operation was good.
right.
So
So they take the cancer out of the brain, and he said, oh, "I just feel like taking a picture of your lungs."
yeah, he said, the doctor says to him, I'd like to take a brain, a chest X-ray of your. And Chuck said, well, what for, Doc? No, I'm okay. I feel good. I just like to take an X-ray. Sure enough, the doctor took the picture, looked at his X-ray, and he saw black spots in his lungs.
That's grody.
6 months later, he was dead.
You're kidding. And he had just had a brain operation. Seems like they should have taken that picture before they did the brain operation. Don't you think?
I think, this is what I think. Why the doctor asked him for the chest X-ray? He knew this was something wrong with him.
Well, then why did he do the brain operation?
Well, see, this is the way I think. Because he needed